Today we dive into 3 gut-wrenching betrayals where secrets lived on both sides, and the truth shattered everything in an instant. Each story will peel back the layers of mistrust, reveal how tiny lies can spiral into massive heartbreak, and show the resilient humanity that rises after the dust settles. Stay with us as we walk through each painful revelation, feel the sting of each betrayal, and witness the powerful steps toward healing that followed. Grab a tissue, because these are raw, real, and unforgettable moments. She stared at his angry face, hearing him call her a thought for loving her own past. The argument spiraled, his words cutting deeper than any accusation, and she finally shouted, "I'm done." The room trembled with the weight of a love that had become a battlefield, and the door slammed shut on a relationship that had already been dying inside. The shouting matched the echo of old insecurities, each insult a reminder that trust had already eroded long before that night. They had been together for 2 years, sharing apartments, late-night talks, and plans for a future together. He often praised her independence, while she admired his ambition. Their friends saw a perfect pair, laughing over brunches and supporting each other's careers. Yet beneath the surface, his insecurity about her past simmered, and she kept stories of her younger years locked away, hoping love would eclipse judgment. The couple moved in sync publicly, but privately a quiet tension lingered, waiting for a trigger. He would question every girl she mentioned, making jokes that felt like barbs. She noticed his phone buzzing late at night, his silence when she asked about his day, and the way he avoided talking about his own past indiscretions. Small lies about where he had been, vague answers about old friends, and a sudden need to control who she could hang out with all hinted at deeper deception. Those tiny red flags accumulated, each one a whisper that something wasn't right. One night she found a hidden folder on his laptop filled with messages to an ex-girlfriend, full of affectionate nicknames and future plans. The realization hit like a punch. While she was terrified of being judged for her history, he had been secretly preserving his own. The betrayal was mutual, and the silence that followed was louder than any shouted argument. The screen glowed with proof that both had been living lies, and the weight of that truth sank deep into their hearts. She blocked his accounts, deleted his number, and leaned on friends for support. He later sent apologetic texts, but she chose silence, focusing on rebuilding her self-worth. Months later she started a new job, joined a support group, and finally felt peace, understanding that a relationship built on double standards could never survive. She now walks forward, unapologetic about her past and hopeful for healthier love. Each sunrise reminds her that she is whole, even without his validation. From a jealous boyfriend to an unexpected family secret, the next betrayal will leave you speechless. We'll shift from emotional manipulation to a shocking revelation that reshapes an entire family's identity, proving that some secrets hide in plain sight until a single moment brings them crashing down. He stared at the newborn's dark curls, feeling the world tilt. The nurse's calm tone confirmed what his wife had whispered: the baby's father was not him. In that sterile hospital room, his marriage crumbled, and a cascade of questions about loyalty, race, and identity surged, leaving him to wonder which part of his life had been a lie. The weight of the tiny hand in his grasp became a symbol of a truth he never imagined facing. They had been married 5 years, raising 2 energetic boys together. Their home was filled with school projects, weekend barbecues, and shared Netflix marathons. He trusted her completely, even after she lost her job during the pandemic. Their friends praised their partnership, and he never imagined a secret could exist that would threaten the family's foundation. The everyday rhythm of love made the eventual shock feel like a tectonic shift. She became distant after her night shift, often receiving late-night calls she answered in hushed whispers. He noticed a new scent on her scarf, a sudden need to leave the house for work errands, and a stack of unopened letters from a lawyer. The house felt colder, and his intuition whispered that something vital was being hidden. Small changes in routine piled up, forming a vague but persistent feeling that something was amiss. When the baby arrived, the nurse asked about the parents' backgrounds, and his wife's eyes filled with tears as she confessed a one-night stand from the previous year. The child's skin color made the truth undeniable. He felt the weight of betrayal, not just from infidelity, but from a secret that reshaped his entire family narrative in an instant. The room seemed to close in, and every memory of their life together was suddenly reframed through this new lens. He filed for divorce but chose to stay under the same roof until the legal process ended, focusing on protecting his two sons. He sought counseling, learned to separate his anger from the child's innocence, and gradually built a co-parenting relationship with his ex-wife. Today he watches his boys play, proud of their resilience, and remains hopeful that love can be redefined beyond betrayal. He now channels his energy into being a steady father, finding strength in the small moments. From hidden family secrets to digital torment, the final tale reveals a betrayal that lived inside a screen. Get ready for a story where the weapon isn't a lover's kiss but a keyboard, and the wounds are carved by words that cut deeper than any physical blow. She opened a private message and read the cruel words, "Your face disgusts me, kill yourself." The sender's profile picture was her boyfriend's familiar grin. The realization that the man she loved was the one tearing her apart online crushed her heart, and the silence that followed felt like a scream echoing through empty rooms. The digital trauma blended with the betrayal of trust, leaving her questioning every moment they had shared. They had been dating for 9 months, sharing late-night video calls, grocery trips, and future dreams of moving in together. He seemed supportive, comforting her after bad days, and she trusted him enough to post makeup tutorials online. Their connection felt genuine, and she believed she had finally found someone who accepted her quirks and insecurities. The relationship felt like a safe harbor, making the eventual storm all the more devastating. She started noticing her posts receiving hateful comments that seemed to know personal details. Her phone buzzed with anonymous threats, and his reaction to her distress was oddly calm, offering reassurance without investigating. He occasionally deleted messages on his phone, and when she asked about his online activity, he brushed it off as just browsing. The red flags grew louder each day, each ignored warning a brick in the wall he was building around her. After confronting him, she demanded to see his phone. Hidden among his apps were multiple throwaway accounts, each filled with the same vile messages she had received. The evidence was undeniable. He had been the anonymous bully, feeding off her vulnerability while pretending to be her protector. The betrayal cut deeper than any public insult. It was intimate and calculated, turning her digital sanctuary into a battlefield of lies. She reported him to the platform, changed all her passwords, and blocked every account he created. With the help of a therapist, she rebuilt her confidence, started a new YouTube channel about self-love, and began dating again only after setting strict boundaries. Today she smiles on camera, reminding viewers that they deserve respect, both offline and online. Her journey shows that reclaiming one's voice is possible, even after the darkest digital attacks. Betrayal leaves scars, but each story shows that truth, courage, and self-respect can turn pain into power. What would you have done in their shoes? Drop your thoughts below. Remember, you are never alone in the aftermath. There is always a path forward, and community can be the strongest lifeline.